Mushroom Man, second interaction, right? Yeah, second time meeting, second interaction. Thanks for doing this, for real. It was
You're
convenient because you were on your way to Fort Collins, right?
Yep.
On your way to Fort Collins. We had talked about it. So I met Mushroom or let me do the intro real quick. What's up, Mama Shotas? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today I have a special guest, the Mushroom. Do you mind if I call you the Mushroom Man? Or is that what you?
Yeah.
What are you going by?
That's what I'm going by.
The Mushroom Man.
Yep.
I like that. That's cool. I didn't know if I was like maybe offending you or anything, but I don't know. It just fits. It's like the Mushroom Man. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's catchy, and you know what I mean. So I ran into the Mushroom Man filming a YouTube vlog, a YouTube video in the streets, just interviewing people, and I had seen you on TikTok. Do you know what TikTok I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
There's a TikTok clip of you where you're like kind of explaining it, and I think someone else is interviewing you.
Yep.
And you're explaining what the mushrooms and what you do basically, and I was like, whoa! I saw the video, and I was like, I'm gonna run into him. I that's the first thing I said. I was like, I'm gonna run into him, and boom! I did the video, and I saw you, and it's funny because in the video you could see me genuinely like freak out. I'm like, it's the Mushroom Man from TikTok, and you're just like, you're just there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we met there on the video and tried out the shrooms and everything, dude. That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was cool. I'm glad I got to share that with you because you seem very like genuine and you care about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're putting all this time and energy into it, and you got something going, bro. You got something going. You're branding it very well. The look, everything is gonna work out. It's gonna work out, and that's cool. How do you feel though about what you're doing?
It's been really good. It's growing. It's growing really well, better than I could have hoped.
When did you like? I kind of asked you a little bit these questions on the vlog, but just for the people that didn't watch it, like, when did you? Let's talk about like your upbringing, I guess. How old are you? Do you mind if I ask?
I'm 26.
26. Okay. And like early life, what did early life look like for you? Go to school in Aurora?
Yeah, I went to school in Aurora at Sunrise Elementary, and then I moved to Cherry Creek
Okay.
or Creekside. Then from Creekside to Fox Ridge for middle school.
Middle school.
And then for high school, I went to Cherokee Trail.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to New Mexico State for college.
Oh shit.
And I only went there for 1 year, and then I
Uh-huh.
dropped out.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. There's a few problems that I was dealing with that I had to fit, like with the health.
Yeah.
So the health problems were,
What kind of health problems were you dealing with?
it was a skin issue.
Oh, okay.
Eczema.
Oh, eczema, bro.
Yeah, and I was going to the doctor. They were giving me medication that didn't really work. I was on all types of different medications, like allergy shots,
Oh.
Xolair shots.
So it was really bad eczema, like real bad case of eczema.
Yeah.
Like it would just bug you, like just wow. From a
Yeah.
young age, like you've had it from a young age.
Yeah, from a young age.
Oh wow.
And then, so I had to quit college to focus on healing. And the red mushroom is what really healed me
you.
in the last few years.
What was that encounter like? You got him on right now. He's gonna show us some of these
Yeah.
these mushrooms.
So I found these mushrooms in the wild in the Rocky Mountains.
In the Rocky Mountains. Look at these.
And they,
Were you just hiking, or were you just what was that encounter like? What was that day? Walk me through that day. Do you remember?
yeah. So I was like just trying to explore the wilderness. And it was raining and I was camping. And I was like doing some mushroom hunting during the day. But I was tired because like I was sick.
So you were intentionally looking for mushrooms, like you had already had that in your mind. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna find some mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't sure didn't know about these ones until I saw them in person.
Uh-huh.
And I thought they were poisonous when I first found them because the
Okay.
internet says they're poisonous.
Oh, really?
But when I took them, they made my body feel better.
Oh, wow.
And that made me conclude that they're not poisonous, that they're actually good.
So you kind of like rolled the dice there, like you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna try these and whatever happens, kind of thing. Is that what you?
Well,
Were you kind of nervous
I was nervous
at first? Yeah.
Yeah. And
And you did them then and there, like you found them and you did them, or you took them home and did them, or how did that
I
work?
took them home.
You
And
took
did
them
'em.
home, okay? You
Yeah.
bagged them up and took them home.
And made them into a tea.
A tea, okay.
Because there's people on the internet saying you can make the mushroom less poisonous by turning it into a tea with lemon juice.
Lemon juice, okay. Awesome. What's like the most like? What's your preferred way of consuming mushrooms? Personally, just raw, like just straight taking it.
Well, eating them is fun,
Okay.
or it's fine, but I think it's better to do it in a tea.
Okay. Liquidy, like liquid, I guess liquid form.
Yeah.
Drinking it instead of like biting it. Okay.
Yeah, because eating it, it causes like more load on the stomach.
That's
so
true. Yeah.
It can like the mushroom fiber.
Mhm.
It causes like it's harder to digest
Okay.
than like normal food.
Yeah. That's crazy. Do you dabble into like marijuana or anything like that? Alcohol?
I used to do weed and alcohol.
Uh-huh.
I quit alcohol because every time I drank it, the eczema would get bad. So I was
Oh,
like, it's not
wow.
worth it.
Yeah.
And then the weed, I would do weed every day. And then I tried the red mushroom, and something in my head, I was like, this is what I was actually looking for when I tried it. When I do weed, this is the feeling I'm trying to get. So I was like, I quit weed,
Yeah.
and I just do the red mushroom now.
you conclude like you basically were like, you know what, there's no need for the basically for the weed, you know what I mean, since you're doing it with the mushroom.
Yep.
Do you still dabble sometimes in the weed and stuff, or you went
Nope.
cold turkey?
Yeah, I'm cold turkey on
Cold
the
turkey,
weed.
just shrooms.
Yep.
You never like did like any blow or cocaine back in the days or anything like that?
Nope.
No, you never dabbled in that world.
Yeah, I want to like get a cocaine plant
Oh, okay. That'd be cool.
because that's like pure, and with all the cocaine right now, like
The fentanyl shit, that's what's like killing people. That's what's crazy. I don't
yeah,
know.
I've heard stories people snort a line of coke and they die. I'm
Like
just
what
like,
the fuck, you know what I mean? Like
I think I'll pass on the coke
yeah,
until.
I think I'm good on that. You know what I mean? It's pretty scary. It's definitely like probably has killed a lot of people. Like in recent years too, especially like in the Denver, like the big city areas. You know what I mean? Where it's like more people, more accessible type shit.
Yeah.
But and then so going back to like your early life, what kind of like student were you? Were you like good on grades? Like did you do any sports or were like anything like that?
Yeah, I was my grades were average,
Average,
but I was
okay.
in advanced classes. So I was in the IB program,
Oh, okay.
which that's supposed to be like AP, similar to AP,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a lot.
A little
Like,
more advanced. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
I had some of those courses.
I think it's like AP, except every single class is AP. But if you're an AP, you can pick and choose
Oh,
which
okay.
classes are
Yeah.
advanced.
Were you getting C's in there? D's?
Yeah, C's and
C's gets
B's.
degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was my
That was the motto. C's gets
Yeah.
degrees for real though. Yeah, straight C's. You're doing all well. You're doing all right. Any sports? Did you join any sports in
Yeah, I did lacrosse.
lacrosse? How was that?
It was good.
Were you good or were you ass? Be honest with me.
I was medium.
You were medium. Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're on the bench. Sometimes you're on the play field.
yeah,
Okay, that's good. At least you got some play time. You know what I mean?
yeah. I did some good stuff, but I wasn't the best.
Okay. That's cool.
And I was nice and fit, and I was able to run a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to work out more. I need to do more cardio nowadays
Yeah, I feel
because
you
I
on that.
remember how much I could run back then,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Now you're like, fuck, I can't even walk up the stairs without fucking catching a breath. I feel
yeah,
you
no.
on that.
Now I'm like running around the block, and I'm like, okay.
Oh heck no, that's crazy.
Losing
I was
my
going
breath.
through your Instagram. You post a lot of interesting stuff. I really admire how you educate the people. Like you're letting them know like this is how this. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's important for a lot of people that don't know and maybe want to dabble into some shrooms. You know what I mean? Just kind of educate them a little bit. You know what I mean? They can do their own education, their own research, but I think that's cool that you incorporate the educational part as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's really important because if people are taking shrooms, they can have an extreme experience,
Yeah.
which could be negative.
Yeah.
And I got to make sure that the people I sell to are having an all right, are safe. They're
Are
not
safe. Yeah.
at the safety needs to be the number one priority.
Of course. Yeah.
So I make sure they like to ask people how much they plan on taking.
Yeah.
and what they're gonna do with what they're planning on doing with the mushroom, because if they that'll give me an idea of like their experience level and
Yeah.
if they're planning on taking too much,
Yeah.
because I got to make sure they don't do that.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I admire that for real. I feel like that says a lot about like, I was going telling you that you come off genuine. You know what I mean? So that shows that you're genuine. You actually care about. You know what I mean? You want to let them know the regulate them. You know what I mean? Just like let them know like what it is. You know, since you're farly more educated. That was my first time doing shrooms, bro. When I did them with you, I was a little nervous. I was like, you could tell in the video. I was like, are you sure? Like this is are we good? You're like, yeah, bro, you're good. This is light. This is fine. You're safe. And I was like, okay, bro, I trust you. So we did that, and I actually enjoyed it. It was really cool, bro. I thank you. I finished both those bags that I bought from you, and I had to
Oh,
thank
wow.
you. Yeah, over the span of like I think maybe like 3 weeks. I think I would knocked out. Well, I shared with some people. I didn't take them by myself. You know, I shared with a couple of people, and we enjoyed it. So definitely hit up. Well, you want to shout out your Instagram page where they can like hit you up on
Yeah, it's at Moose Kamal Shop.
Moose Kamal Shop on TikTok. I've seen you got your TikTok, you got your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all over the place. I'll put a link in the description, guys, but definitely check it out. Hit him up. It's amazing what you're doing, bro. Your look. It's all about your look. That's what I want to get into. Where did you
Yeah.
find the look? What's the inspiration behind the look?
So before I found the mushroom when I was still sick,
Yeah.
I found these ponchos because I was sensitive to the sun, so I needed something to cover my skin up from the sun so I could
wow.
go outside.
Yeah. So you're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw this poncho on.
And same with the hat.
Yeah.
It would like protect from the sun.
From the sun, yeah. And that's nice and shaded, huh?
Yeah.
Keeps it cool. And what about the necklace, bro? I want to know about that.
This is new.
That's my favorite part of the fit. I'm not gonna lie. That's cool, bro. Did you make it or what? Or where did you find that?
So I found it in Boulder. It was meant to be like a hang on the wall.
Oh,
But
you
I-
bought a bunch?
Well, it was just one
That's one size?
long like string of mushrooms. that
Oh,
you
and
hang
it
on
was
the
just
wall.
for like a wall decoration, and you made it into a necklace.
Yeah, and then I put it like wrapped it around.
That's
I sewed it up to keep it together so it wouldn't tangle. And then I
crazy.
bought these little mushroom crochet.
That's badass.
Yeah. And then so this brown mushroom,
Mhm.
it's like the red mushroom, but it's supposed to be 5 times stronger.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to find it.
Oh, you're on the search for that one?
Yep.
Is it in Colorado? Do you feel like
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. Okay.
Yeah.
You've done a little bit of research, and it's supposed to be in Colorado. Oh, okay. That's crazy. That's wild. Do you go hiking a lot? Do you like explore? Do you be out in nature a lot?
Yeah, in the summer I do.
In the summer, okay.
But in the winter I've kind of
Hibernate.
well, I want to get back out in the nature during the winter, but I'm trying to find like a good reason to.
It's like negative 14, 20 degrees. It gets cold in Colorado. People don't know, I feel. It
Yeah.
gets cold. Like, and then also like probably part of it too is like around the time when it's cold here, that's when we have that time change. So it gets dark earlier. So that kind of I feel like it kind of
Yeah.
drains you a little bit. So you're like, I don't want to go out. It's already dark out, you know?
Yeah.
So-
Well, my plan for next year is to buy a snowboard pass and then
Okay.
sell mushrooms on the slopes.
Oh, that'd be crazy,
'Cause,
bro. Have you
like-
gone snowboarding?
Yeah, I went snowboarding in high school.
Oh shit. How was that?
It was a lot of fun.
Were you good? Did you eat shit a bunch of times?
Yeah, when I first started, but then I started becoming like regular skill level, normal, like not too good, but
Getting
I
a
was
little
able
better.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you put some practice in there.
and it's good exercise.
Yeah, it is. I heard people be getting sore the next day. They're like, oh, my fucking
Yeah.
legs. It's a leg day for sure.
So it's like if I go out snowboarding, it's like
Yeah.
I get leg day, I get mushroom sales, and then on the slopes there's no cops, so I get to like sell mushrooms a little more freely.
Yeah, that's
And-
true. And what's like the goal with this? Do you have a goal, or are you just kind of just like,
Yeah, I do.
yeah? What's the goal?
Trying to like expand the brand for the red mushroom
Okay.
because I want to get it to as many people who can benefit from it as possible.
Okay.
Like who are like me who could benefit from it.
Yeah, like you see that like how much it heals people, how much it's healed you. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like, why not? Let it heal more people. You know.
Yeah, and it's done some good things for my customers.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's good to see that. Like they've gotten off of like painkiller, morphine, benzodiazepines,
Wow.
and like some killer medication that actually kills a lot of people.
Actually does, yeah.
But this
And-
mushroom's never killed anybody.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
true.
actually, like, it's good medicine.
Yeah, like you said on the video, like what did you? How do you say it? Medicinal freedom. You know what I mean? Like having that like say and like, you know what, I want this for my body. It's helping my body. Like who are you to stop me from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taking a mushroom and feeling better about, you know, physically and emotionally. You know, that's crazy. We'll get there. Do you feel like we'll get there?
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's gonna be wild. Well, aren't they legal like in Amsterdam or something like that? Like somewhere across the seas, overseas?
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Is it Amsterdam?
I think so.
Somewhere over there, it's
they have
legal.
magical truffles.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you like? I was watching the podcast and they were kind of talking about shrooms as well too, and they were saying like, do you actually believe like there is such thing as a bad trip, like, or do you feel like those trips are like put there to like almost also heal you, or like, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
do you believe, like, do you personally think that there's such thing as bad trips?
Well,
have you experienced a bad trip?
I've experienced very intense trips,
Oh.
and like it's like I have experiences where I'm like, well, I could see how someone would judge this experience as horrible and scary. And what happens is some people do start thinking it's too scary,
Yeah.
and they panic.
Yeah.
And it gets bad when they panic and they become unsafe.
Yeah.
And they hurt themselves, or they have to call 911 because they're freaked out.
They're freaking out. I've had to do that with like edibles, bro. Like,
Yeah.
have you had edibles?
With weed, yeah.
Yeah, those are intense, man. Those are weird. Whew. Have you had like a crazy have you had to call 911 because you were like freaking out?
Not me personally.
Oh, okay, but there is stories like that, huh?
Yeah.
Like, people call 911 and like just freaking out, like, oh, that's crazy. That's wild. But so when you go out in these streets, and I was gonna ask you about like, is that legal? Like what you're doing, like on the streets, like selling
Yeah.
mushrooms? Did you do your I guess your research and stuff? There's nothing illegal about it or
Yep.
anything.
So the red mushroom, it contains the legal chemical called muscimol,
Okay.
and the psilocybin mushroom is the more common magic mushroom that more people know about.
Okay.
And it's still illegal, and it's becoming medically legal, kind of like weed became medically legal.
First, huh?
But it might not be the exact same way.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a little tougher to get mushrooms to be more
Yeah.
recreational. I feel like they'll probably start off medical and then they'll kind of, work their way up to getting there recreationally.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I think they're stronger than weed, so they might make it harder to get.
Harder to get, huh? Yeah, I don't know. That'd be hard to regulate though. That's crazy. Just like what kind of laws they would like build around that would be kind of like, there'd probably be some pretty strict laws around that.
Yep.
Huh? Have you been like, you said you're searching for that. What was the name of that mushroom you said?
Yeah, so this is the muscimol mushroom that is brown in color, and it's called the Amanita pantherina. So
Amanita pantherina.
They also call
That's a pretty cool name.
yeah, and it's also called the panther cap.
The panther cat. That's cool.
And it's supposed to be 5 times stronger than the red mushroom.
That's crazy.
And yeah, Paul Stamens has a video of him taking it. Well, he explained to Joe Rogan his experience taking the panther cap.
Uh-huh.
And Paul and his friend took a huge dose. They went out in public, and it was a dangerous experience.
I bet.
Because they had to drive home.
Oh.
And they made it home safely.
Yeah.
But Paul Stamens said he never wants to do it again.
I freaked him out.
Yeah.
Well, imagine driving like on that. You know what I mean? It's probably freaking
Yeah.
out. They drove. Damn.
Yeah. And then Paul Stamens said he got caught into a time loop.
Oh, where it was just repeating.
Yeah. So what happens
wow.
with time loops is it's like you feel like you're trapped in this moment that keeps repeating itself. And there was a story where Paul Stamens was explaining this biker there's like some big buff dude. He was on top of this bridge and with rocks below, and then he got stuck in a time loop where he fell off, jumped off the bridge,
Oh shit.
and then he kind of like hurt himself. Then he's like, okay, I'll just get back up and not fall. And then he fell again.
Fell again. No.
And like that can be dangerous.
Oh my god. Have you experienced some time loop stuff like that? Or no?
I've had some time loops, yeah.
Oh wow. Is there anyone off top of the head that you were just like, no, this is crazy.
Well, it's like, I've been in time loops and I've like questioned whether I was dead or not.
Oh.
And then I feel like I remember how I die, and then the time loop is like, it's really
intense.
And then I like the time loop goes on and I forget how I die because I start leaving the time loop.
Oh, you kind of get back to reality.
Yeah, because I get back to reality.
Wow.
And then I think what happens is the time loops are caused by like insanity. So insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting different results.
Okay.
So like, I had a time loop where I was trying to acquire gold, but I was just laying in bed, and I was like trying to have physical gold in my hand.
What the fuck?
And I was like, it was like as if I was dreaming about gold.
Yeah.
And I started getting into a time loop where I was trying to get gold, but I couldn't get it. But I still believed I could get it. So I was like, it was insanity because I was still trying to get it, even if I was doing the same thing and nothing was changing. And with Paul Stamens, when he was
Going through the time loop.
yeah, he was trying to get back into his car, and he dropped his camera, and then I think Paul Stamens was worried he was gonna get like seen by the public, so he was like nervous about that, so he dropped his camera and he was trying not to be noticed while he picked up his camera, but then he dropped his camera again.
Oh, and then there goes a whole nother time loop.
And then he just kept dropping his camera.
Dropping his camera all over again. God damn it. That sounds like a headache
And then
too.
people like came and like they were like watching him drop his camera over and over.
Oh, hell no. That'd be fucking funny. Oh, heck no. That's crazy. I need to watch that. You said that's on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan podcast? Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I'm going to look for that clip though because that sounds like a funny story.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then another time loop I was in, I was working as a grocery store cashier, and I was trying to give this guy his change, and I made a little error on the machine, and I had to redo the process. And then I kept making the same error over and over again. And the guy, the customer, was like sighing. He was like,
You're just like, fuck, bro, I'm trying.
yeah.
Oh, heck no, that's crazy, man. I've never experienced a time loop, but I feel like if I do, I will definitely reach out to you and let you know how that went because that sounds crazy as hell.
Yeah, it is.
And how do you, I was going to ask you too, how do your parents feel like, or your family, like, how do they feel about this journey that you're going on?
Yeah, they're pretty good about it.
Yeah, they're pretty like positive about it. They support you.
They're very supportive
That's
because
good.
they saw how it improved the health, the challenges I was dealing with.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's crazy. Were they kind of a little iffy at first? Or like, oh, what's what I mean? Like, what's this
Yeah.
about? Or, yeah, it's just because they care. They're just trying to make sure you're okay. Or
They're trying to make sure I'm not going to go to jail.
yeah, I'm gonna go to jail or like get arrested or do some crazy shit. But yeah, parents are gonna be parents, and
Yeah.
that's good though. They support you because they could have easily just like shamed you or something for it. And that probably would have been worse, harder on you.
Yeah, I was lucky.
Yeah, you were lucky. That's good. Have you done any shrooms with like your parents or anything like that? Or have
No.
they dabbled in there? No.
We maybe in the future.
In the future, okay. Once they get a little bit more convinced,
Yeah.
they'll probably dabble in there too.
When they retire.
When they retire, there you go. Cool. That's crazy. So right now, this is what you've been dedicating like most of your time and energy to is the
Yeah.
delivering and just the mushrooms and everything.
Yep, making
That's
this
cool.
business happen.
Dude, that's crazy, and you're really good. You're doing really good for yourself with the marketing and the look. I really admire the look too, and all the social media posts and everything. Like, bro, it's bound. It's bound. You got to keep going, keep pushing it. Have you ever thought of starting a podcast or anything like that? Anything with the YouTube world or anything like that?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
That'd be interesting if you did some YouTube work too.
especially because of how TikTok has benefited me lately.
Dude, it has, bro. Like literally, I'm telling you that's like you got a pretty yeah. You need to start posting at least on your TikTok. That's where I feel like a lot of people are getting to know you and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, the mushroom man. That's so cool, bro. That's fire.
Because yeah, that one TikTok got like 1 million views,
Damn,
and my phone blew up.
just blew up. Yeah. People
So
just and do you have people kind of share like that message you and like share their stories with you or anything like that? Anything?
yeah, I do.
They send love your way and support and stuff.
Yep.
Pretty genuine, cool people.
Yeah.
That's badass. You got any hate yet? Anything like that's like
Yep.
a lot of hate?
Yeah, you know how I said the mushroom might be poisonous?
Oh yeah.
Some people are like telling me what like they're saying I'm doing something bad by selling poisoned mushrooms to people.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But it is possible for people to have side effects on these mushrooms.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
people throw up, stuff like that. It's mostly like stomach upset. And I think the thing that determines whether a person will get those side effects or not is if they have an illness that needs to be resolved,
Oh, beforehand.
or if they have toxins in the body that need to be released.
You never dealt with any of like some stomach issues with the shrooms or anything?
I did.
Yeah.
When I first did them,
Yeah. Threw up or what?
I had a bunch of diarrhea.
Oh no, bro.
But after that, I felt way better.
Chug the Pepto bottle and call it a day. Pepto Bismol. Were you drinking Pepto Bismol to heal yourself?
What does that do?
It helps your stomach. It's like a medicine. It's like that pink drink medicine. Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
You never heard of that?
I wasn't sure if it was like a laxative or.
Oh no.
Okay.
Nah.
But yeah, it was like,
You had the runs, the shits.
yeah.
Oh damn, I hate those, bro.
But it was
The worst
controlled.
ones are when you just like fucking take a shit and it's watery and then the water just splashes back on your butt cheeks. That's the worst, bro.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta wipe your ass around too. You're not just wiping your butt crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a big toxic release. Like all these toxins left the body, and then after that, I didn't have those side effects from the mushroom.
Okay.
So I think people are mistaken when they say the mushroom is poisonous. What the truth I think is that the people are poisonous, and the mushroom
Oh.
takes the poison out.
Oh, I like that. I like that thing.
Because
Makes sense.
yeah,
It makes more sense. I like that.
because it's medicine.
It's medicine. Yeah, it's supposed. Yeah. One of my very first times I ever was offered mushrooms was in Mexico, at a beach. They were just like had everything there. Like, you want cigars? We got cocaine. We got weed. We got mushrooms. And I didn't get a look at the mushrooms, but that was one of my first times ever like getting offered, and I was like, nah, I'm okay. I haven't tried them. I think I'll wait. And then, yeah, when I saw you, that's when I tried them. But I wonder, like, I wish I could have got a look at those mushrooms in Mexico just to see what they got going on over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably didn't have the red ones. They probably have the blue ones.
The blue ones. Okay.
But yeah, when you took the red ones, how did it feel?
It felt good. It felt really good. I took them. I didn't take a big dose. I just kept micro, just like little handfuls throughout like 2 weeks, and I felt good. I felt productive. I felt good. I felt relaxed. I felt nothing too crazy where I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like I was freaking out or anything like that. So
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't freak out for my first time doing it. I feel like now that I got kind of a little, I guess you could say, a taste of it, I feel like I have more confidence to like go in and experiment a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the red mushrooms are more relaxing.
Yeah, you said it's like the indica of shrooms, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it too. I like how when you explain some of these things, you explain it like so people can understand in some ways. You know what I mean? Like when you say the indica of shrooms, I feel like more people are like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Or when you say like, you had said that I think some amount of shrooms is like taking 3 beers. What was that?
Yeah.
What was that? What did you say?
So the whole eighth of the red mushroom, if you
So-
had the whole thing, it'd be like taking 3 beers or 3 shots.
So it's like that whole red bag, right? That you
Yeah.
So if you take that whole red bag, it's like consuming like 3 beers. You say.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I compare it to alcohol because alcohol and muscimol, they both hit the same receptors in the brain,
Yeah, that's
which is the
crazy.
GABA receptor.
Okay.
So I use the red mushroom to get drunk.
Oh
and like have fun at parties and
Yeah.
dance and whatever.
Dance and have a blast. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's going back to what I was saying. Like, I think that's a smart way to um, communicate with people, kind of inform them, be like, you know what, this is kind of like this is kind of like that. This think of this like this, and you know what I mean. Just so that people have a little bit more of an understanding, because I feel like a lot of people aren't educated on mushrooms because it's not a thing. You know what I mean? You're honestly, and you said it too on the video. You're like, I'm not making it popular, and you are, like, you literally are, because like you being out there with the shrooms, people are more like, you know what I mean, maybe they might not communicate with you or talk to you, but they'll probably go home and do some research on some mushrooms and be like, you know what, I just saw this guy. Yeah, you're definitely making it popular. That's wild. Out of whole wave, man. That's cool, bro. Hell yeah. I'm excited for your future, bro. Just keep pushing it, keep doing it, keep being yourself, and it'll work out, bro. For real.
Yep.
That's amazing. How do you feel about the first podcast you've been on? It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's going good. We're at 30 minutes. We're doing pretty good. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else? That's kind of all I had for you, honestly. I wanted to ask you just real quick about also like what you do like on your free time and stuff, like when you're not like with the mushrooms, or do you play video games, you watch movies or anything like that?
Yeah, so I want to start doing more snowboarding.
Okay.
I do a lot of, and then in the summer I'm going to be doing a lot of hiking.
Nice.
And then I do mushroom deliveries on the motorcycle.
Yeah, he has a nice bike. Nice red bike out there. It's cold. Bro, it's like, let me check. It's gotta be like 10 degrees out right now, bro. This guy's riding
it's cold.
It's cold as hell. This dude, you were like, because he got here and I was like, I think I'm here, and I was like, oh, you just come around the corner. He's like, all right, I just gotta start my bike, and I was like, bike? Bro. I was like, it's like 30 degrees out here. It's literally 31 degrees out here. Mushroom Man's on a bike getting his work in.
Yep.
Trying to stay warm, right?
Yeah, and fighting the cold, or like accepting the cold, and like
it's kind of like mind over matter.
Yeah.
Like if you tell yourself you're not cold, you'll start to like not feel as cold, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and if you feel the cold and you suffer from it, you'll feel even more cold.
Even more, yeah. Literally, you just gotta.
But I like do my breathing, and I keep those do deep breaths and stay loose.
There you go.
And then I'm good. And the cold exposure is actually beneficial for the health.
Yeah.
It's like an exercise.
Yeah, for sure.
Like people take ice baths.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like the same type of...
Yeah, but just with cold winds instead of no ice, you know what I mean? Same thing.
Driving an hour like through the cold wind.
Through the fucking cold, you're just like... No, I respect it. I respect it. Do you, when you go out, is that common when you're out with the briefcase? Or is that like do you have a schedule for that?
Well, things are starting to change. I would be out there almost every weekend since the last summer.
In Denver?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I started like getting a bunch of deliveries because I started making all these contacts, and TikTok helped me out with that. So now I have a friend who's actually doing the briefcase downtown while I do deliveries.
Downtown in Fort Collins, you said?
Denver.
But you told me today that you might have a new guy doing it in Fort Collins, right? Or helping you out?
Well, yeah. He's helping for deliveries.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then I got someone in Colorado Springs. I got some other people in Denver that can help me make these deliveries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. You're basically building like, I guess, like a business.
Yeah, it's
you got your employees
growing.
coming out, like, you know what I mean? That's so cool, bro. That's badass. And you're just gonna keep pushing it through the briefcase deliveries. I like the briefcase look too. That's part of the look too, and I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're just like you take like you put so much creative thought into the look? Was that kind of like planned out, or did it kind of just piece itself together on its own?
Yeah, it kind of pieced itself together.
Like, I'm gonna do this, that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if you ever did like, you ever got onto like the WWE or something, and then the Mushroom Man, like that's like your wrestling fit, you know what I mean? You got the poncho and everything, you got the whole attire going on. That'd be crazy. Would you dabble in anything like that creatively? Like, would you want to be like, do some acting or anything like that? Or no?
Well, maybe fighting.
Fighting? Okay, hell yeah. Some jiu-jitsu, some fucking UFC, MMA shit, some boxing or what?
Yeah, some boxing.
Some boxing would be cool. Mushroom Man.
I like
standing at, how tall are you, bro?
5'11".
Standing at 5'11", weighing at how much you weigh?
160.
160. Fighting out of Aurora.
Yep.
Fighting out of Aurora, Colorado. The Mushroom Man. And then that's when you're like, or something cool like that, you know?
Yeah, I might challenge Logan Paul in the future.
Oh, there you go. That'd be crazy. The Mushroom Man versus Logan Paul.
But Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul. I don't know about Jake Paul, bro. I don't know. I'll put my money on you on Logan Paul, but if you're fighting Jake Paul, I'll probably put my money on Jake Paul.
Yeah, me too.
I'll believe in you though. I'll support you, but I'll probably be like, yeah, Jake Paul's gonna knock you out, right?
Yeah, I got to learn how to fight first.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Throw some kicks in the boxing match, huh? Make it popular.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Well, I'll be on the mushroom.
okay.
Or is that legal?
I don't even know if that's legal. We gotta find that out. Pop some mushrooms before the fight. During the fight, maybe on your corner, bro, when you're like around 3 and you're sweating and you're fucking putting in the work, they just throw a mushroom in your mouth and then just go out there and, you know,
Yeah,
get the
because
knockout.
there's a story about Vikings taking the mushroom, and
What is that story?
they take the mushroom and then go to battle, and they won the battle without getting injured at all
Oh, wow.
because somehow the mushroom helped make them focus better or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just like it was an enhancer for their fucking massacre that they're about to fucking encounter and shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, I appreciate you, dude, for coming down. Thank you for doing this shit. First podcast, did you have fun? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Were you nervous or were you pretty calm?
I'm pretty calm.
That's good, bro. That's good. Thank you, Mushroom Man, for doing this. And for the people watching, where can they find you? Where can they hit you up at?
Yeah, all my social media is Muscimol Shop. So MUSCIMOL Shop.
There you go. Reach out, contact him. Even if you just want some information, go to his page. He's put some educational stuff on there as well. Photos, cool stuff, the process, everything. Follow him, his journey, support him. Do you have any like a Patreon or like a Cash App or a Venmo kind of thing?
Yep, my
Yeah.
Cash App and Venmo are both same thing. The
Muscimol
Muscimol
Shop,
Shop.
Muscimol Shop. Definitely go support and give him a follow. And yeah, dude, thank you, bro. I appreciate this shit. Hopefully we can keep working in the future. Maybe we could collab on something. We'll find something to do. Something cool.
Yeah, I can mail people Muscimol mushrooms.
Yeah, there you go. See, reach out. If you're not reaching out, you're missing out. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you're not reaching out, you're missing out. So
appreciate
yeah,
it.
bro. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing this shit. Till next time. Peace.